What is up, YouTube? I'm back today showing you guys my top 5 uses for the field upgrade, Toxic Growth. Let's get right into it. Alright, as we get into the top 5, I would like to update you guys real quick on my 2 main goals I've been working towards. And one of them is getting 1 million zombie kills, which at this minute I am more than halfway there. And the other is getting 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which is steadily moving along. But I want to challenge you guys because I believe I can get 1 million zombie kills before 100 of you guys can subscribe to this channel. And if I lose, I will get 1,000 extra zombie kills per subscriber on top of the 1 million I'm already going to get. And let's go. Alright, coming in at number 5 is going to have to be the OPC camping strat at the top of the stairs on Firebase Z. Now if you're playing as a team, this is the strat I recommend. Just make sure you don't have more than one person in your group with Toxic Growth, because you can only spawn 3 Toxic Growths within a small secluded area at the top of these steps unless you have the door open, but that would require the Easter egg to be done. But I was able to get up to round 30 by myself with 3 charges of Toxic Growth. So altogether, this is good enough to make the top 5, but definitely not number 1. Now coming in at number 4 is going to be the assault rounds on Firebase Z. These are especially good on the round that Orda spawns in, because you can pop 2 of these right next to the location and then just focus on shooting all your bullets in the Orda without having to look at the zombies attacking main station, because your Toxic Growth is going to take care of all those by himself. And your first 2 assault waves you can almost do without even shooting a bullet, just by throwing Toxic Growth next to the defend location. That alone will knock out almost all the zombies by itself. Now coming in at number 3, some of y'all might not agree with me, but it's going to be the Holdout and the defend location missions in Outbreak. This is especially good in the Holdout missions where you can just pop one of these by a door, by a window, or even on the stairs, just a small narrow area where all the zombies are going to funnel into. You just put that there, you stand behind it, and it's going to make that mission a whole lot easier. It's also really good on the defend missions. You just put a couple of them around whatever you're trying to defend, and that's pretty much it. You barely have to do any work. Most of the zombies, they just get killed off. You could run circles around it and run the zombies through the Toxic Growth and it just kills them. But it makes these missions 10 times easier. But the main reason why this comes in 3rd place is because in Outbreak you have more missions than just defend or hold out. There's missions where you have to follow a rover and defend that as it moves across the map. You also have bosses that will spawn in. You have to take on waves of bosses. And in those situations, the Toxic Growth doesn't even really affect the bosses, and the rover, they stay in spots. So when you put those Toxic Growths down, they're only good for the location they're standing at. Once you have to move to a new location, it's useless. You're just leaving it behind. So that's why that one falls into 3rd place. But nonetheless, it's an amazing field upgrade to have in Outbreak. Now coming in at number 2 is going to be on the Xfil rounds. I use this on every single Xfil, and every time it's a monster regardless of what wave I am Xfilling on. It's almost a must if you're playing solo, but obviously if you're playing on multiplayer, then you don't have to worry about the zombies getting glitched out and bugged and running away from the Xfil location. So then in that scenario you can just buy a chopper gunner and use that. But if you're playing solo, this is a must. Because all you've got to do is take all the zombies, run them to a narrow location, drop a Toxic Growth, run them all through it, and just the collateral damage you get from them exploding will wipe out a whole wave of zombies almost instantly. Most of the Xfils I do on Firebase Z, I just go up on the catwalk, drop 3 Toxic Growths, and just stand in between all 3 of them, and I just sit there. You really don't even have to do anything. Now, coming in at 1st place is my absolute favorite, is going to be in the Colonel's office on Firebase Z. This right here makes getting Dark Ether camo 100 times easier, Because before, the best field upgrade you had in here was Ring of Fire, and you had to constantly watch the window to the left and watch the catwalk to the front. Now you can just run right in here, you drop one by the window, you drop one by the chair, and you drop one all the way in the back where you're standing at, and the first two will kill every single zombie and almost every single boss that comes through that window, to where all you've got to do is keep your crosshairs straight down this catwalk on their heads and getting all the headshots and all the kills, and you never have to leave the location. But this is a whole lot better than Ring of Fire in this situation, and makes getting Dark Ether camo so much easier. I was able to do this with pistols and assault rifles, pretty much every single class besides the rocket launchers. And if you guys want to see a guide on how to get Dark Ether camo in this location, just check the link in the description. I'll have it down there for you guys. But that wraps it up, guys. That's it for my top 5 uses for toxic growth. If y'all like that and you want to see more content like this, I bring out this stuff every single week for you guys. And also, I'm still challenging you guys that I will get 1 million zombie kills before you guys can get 100 subscribers to this channel. So let it begin.